So we have in this EU HL, whoa, look at that, it's a disco effect just there for a second. In this EU.HLPugs.tf Pug, we have Widowix and Spy, Detoed on Sniper, Fumo is on Medic, Stinghan, NG, Extra Solar Heavy, Rogue, Demo, Nutricular, Pyro, how do you say that? Moody, Muodium on Soldier. Maybe it's like backwards. And Nico on Scout on the blue team. On the red team, Hammock on Scout, Houston Soldier, Fizzybug Pyro, Redwood Demo, Poi Heavy, Kirik, NG, Dandere Medic, Lucian Sniper, and Coco Spy. So, as with all Hammock casts, we're going to put particular attention to— what the fuck, that's a brass beast! Okay, I'm already interested in the heavy. Particular attention to the engineer and the spy, because most casts like to focus on the demo and the sniper, and you know, the playmakers. Nah mate, I'm an engineer man, I'm interested in what the engineer does, if they do anything strange, if they do anything unoptimal, and look at Rogue going for that fat bomb. Never mind, my camera skills are terrible. Sorry, I'm used to using Overwatch camera tools. They're much cleaner. Let's do the sniper here. Man, I kind of want— because like in Overwatch you can like right click on people and it goes straight into them. And you can like hotkey people. So I might need to switch through some POVs here. Where— okay, Extra Solar's going for the scrambled bomb. I should stay in free cam, it's not much more information. Scrambled bomb, by the way, is Buffalo Steak running in and trying to get like a 2-hit drop on a medic. So Poi's playing defensively here with the brass beast. We've got Kirik. It looks like the teleporter went down. Spy is snapping the gun straight away. And they're going in with the Uber. Rogue actually not getting flashed for too long. Medic staying too far back, letting the Demo Man drop. Big misplay right there. Some interesting loadouts by the red team here. Houston's got Conch and Direct Hit. I'm not sure how many sentries he's really looking out for. Maybe he just prefers to use Direct Hit. This thing's on the Darwin's Danger Shield. I guess it's because Razorback is banned. And I think Girardi is also banned. Actually, is the Razorback banned? I don't think Razorback's banned. I think Girardi is banned. And not many snipers tend to use the SMGs, so I guess Darwin's makes sense. Spy's decloaking in this hill here, gonna go for a pick. Let's see if Kirik is paying attention. Nah, I think he's just like waiting around for a spawn maybe. Okay, yeah, he's going in for the pressure. Let's see how Kirik reacts to this spy play here. Looks like Ludwig's are taking sweet time. If he decloaks incorrect here, Fizzybug might just catch him. Never mind. The Ludwig's is fading. Fizzybug is now aware of his existence. If he could have been just waiting around here and could have maybe got a pick on Houston. Houston switched to rocket launcher now. He's seen the flaws in running direct hit while playing on low ground. It's the blue team. They're getting a lot of free space here. Not much flank is really being pressured right now. Houston's playing on the soldier class, but deciding to play on the low ground, which is an interesting strat. So, blue soldier coming in. Oh, nice juggle. Nearly gets a good pick there. So not much interesting thing here. Widowix isn't really doing anything as spy. He's just kind of pressuring. I think he's going for the like, I'm gonna make them chase after me, and then while the pirate's distracted, they could go in for a bomb on the medic. But it doesn't look like he's paying too much attention right now. See, they're playing far back, and Fizzybug doesn't turn around. Yeah, that was unfortunate. He actually gets a huge, gets pyro and a sniper there. Medic uses, they have to back out. Kirik's rescuing the gun out to Cliff. Extra Solar's very low. If only Red Team decided to shoot at him, he might actually die, but oh well, I guess Redwood is still Badwood. Redwood getting headshot, but just getting away thanks to that overheal. So blue team's basically getting free real estate here. Kirik might have to back out that sentry. You can't really optic assault here when the Demo Man doesn't exist. Blue team is pushing aggressively on hill here, taking side tunnel, taking all this free real estate on high ground. This is essentially a lost second hold here, because if Red Team commits to this area, unless Extra Solar loses trade, he's actually fighting Tomislav minigun in quite a close range here, which means the minigun will actually outdamage him in that situation. So if he wants to play properly with Tomislav, he should leave Demo in, and then probably stay by cart with Tomislav. You shouldn't really be taking too many heals here with Tomislav. You should be going like the Estevez playstyle. The best of Ez. So Lucian's running back, not really getting too many aggressive peak shots on the cart. He is playing kind of forward on the roller coaster here, so I wouldn't be too surprised if Blue Spy gets like a pick on him while he's separated. Extra Solo's making use of the silent Tomislav spin-up to play around the corner here and slowly advance. Red team deciding to control this high ground a little bit more. Scout dropping down. Weetabix will be getting in position soon. Engineer's got his gun and his dispenser set up just right. He's also doing a little like rocket shoot just in case Spy's hiding here. Looks like Weetabix isn't really ready in position to go after the NG just yet. He's kind of... I think he just died and respawned. Yeah, blue team's got a slight Uber advantage here, but it's pretty equal at the moment. Houston just giving up his life. Really, the soldier staying alive on this point is more important, so he can deny this underpass here. You know, so the soldier doesn't just do that and stop the sniper from pressuring. Because the sniper being able to be on the roller coaster here and just shoot anyone who walks on car is very strong pressure. Sniper being taken out by Weetabix, good pick here. Rico now in shithouse, waiting to go through a play, but the sentry is still up. Weetabix didn't get a sap before he died, so the gun is still emitting a lot of pressure. Not as much as a sniper would do. Looks like Hammock is trying to simulate a lot of that pressure by playing roller coaster right here. The demo man just falling to his death, and they had to basically solo the Uber on a pyro. So good Uber exchange here by the red team. Demo man basically throwing that push by throwing himself off the cliff. HLPug not quite aware of D-Toad, but thankfully able to take him out. And looks like Liko is getting so much free cart time. That is huge right now. Like, getting a med pick is huge. Getting a spy on like a sniper pick is huge. Getting the cart all the way up this without dying is massive. I mean, you don't win the game at the end of the day by getting like 20 frags. You win the game by pushing the cart to the end. So if you can push that cart up as far as possible without dying, that is a massive play right there. Very underrated play just because it isn't very flashy. Weetabix up here in tiles on last point, probably going to wait and go for a sniper pick here, so they really need to protect Lucian since he isn't running Razorback, opting for the overheal benefits of not running the Razorback so that he can go for safer trades with the enemy sniper here. But it does leave him weak to getting stabbed. Houston actually playing pretty well, trying to pressure people off. Liko's getting still a lot of time in the cart, but not enough to roll it up the hill. Oh, unfortunate splash there. NG just going for a setup in shithouse here. The gun is wrangled, but Stinghand gets taken out by Lucy. Nice shot. While that gun was wrangled, Stinghand could have gone for like a pick on the NG or maybe even the medic. Oof, Houston being taken out. Moody stealing his original, the ultimate BM move. D-Toad, I really like his shoes. Look at those shoes, they're so pretty. Getting the free line of sight here from Roller Coaster, pressuring the car, forcing out the Uber from the red team here, but the blue team... Wait, where's that Uber charge meter on the blue team? No, medic died! Oh, phew, I thought... Okay, I thought the blue team was a different medic for a second. My bad. So blue team medic gets taken out, red team gets a good Uber exchange for them, but they're not pressuring the cart too much here. The sentry is getting wrangled, but the gun is not creating enough space. Well, it's just... losing out my words. The gun is creating space, but the red team isn't making use of it and not blocking the cart, so the cart just gets pushed up while the gun is still there. So the gun should have probably even be pulled out if it wasn't actually providing the defense it needed. The blue team is pretty much on a runaway success so far. Red team trying to control this tire area here. I think HLPug should be playing low ground where he can destroy everyone in close range, instead of doubling up their presence in tiles, which they already have like heavy and demo pressuring. Heavy's getting pretty low here. Hopefully he gets like a crossbow. Doesn't look like he's going to get one. There we go. And they go for the use. That's a good force there by Muadin. Don't know how to pronounce that. Is it Moody? I'm just going to say Moody for now until I get a correct pronunciation. Muadi. Ooh. Hammock getting the medic pick. Big pick right there. And he dies. Feels bad. But Scout doesn't have as much pressure on here. He's still a very high impact class, but not as much pressure on the other points, so dying for a medic pick is pretty fair. Weetabix gets up, there's no dispenser trick on the staircase, so Kirik is aware of Weetabix and actually takes him out! Good shots right there. Unfortunately, Weetabix, he should have like gone on this railing and then jumped over here. You can then jump on this box, and then you can jump up here as a spy and then wait. That's a good strat if you're playing Spy, if you can get past the dispenser trick. So the gun gets taken out regardless. Houston gets some good pressure on the cart here, and takes out the soldier with a very sliver amount of HP, 8 HP left over. Extra Solar playing from the low ground, getting cleaned up by Hammock. Hammock is doing very well here, and he's protecting the cart, and barely survives a mini-sentry. Coco Bear just narrowly avoiding the bumps of the pyro. I want to see Coco Bear go for a pick kill. Into like, I wish I had the thing where I could just switch into someone's POV by clicking on them. That'd be so nice. Where the fuck is Coco Bear? I think I already skipped him. Or did he die? Yeah, he's dead. I can't spec him. Feels bad. Okay. Let's see how blue team's doing. Teleporter a little bit exposed. It could get camped in this position. I like playing against the wall. Never mind, while I'm admiring the teleporter, the blue team is actually just winning the game right now. Never mind, it was very close though. That was like just 0.5 of a second away from just winning. Blue team using their Uber, they really need to stack this cup. They don't have bodies on the payload here. Red team, while still getting a lot of pressure here, Medic is quite forward. NG's already switched to minis, because it was pretty much the last few seconds, so he's probably going to switch back to level 3s once they regain this hold. Decent dispenser here. I can see it getting spammed out though if there's like someone coming up from the low ground here. And red team playing really aggressively here. Wow, that's actually surprising, but they are going to take out the... Nope, they're not. They didn't get the teleporter. That was like the main pick that they should be going for if they're going for an aggressive Uber there. So now they pretty much just suicided their demo and medic on a unnecessary push. And if they lose here, that would be a huge throw, but it looks like Canlock and the NG Kirik are holding this pretty well. Houston just getting headshot. Stinghand's going into the high ground. Fizzipug did not even notice Stinghand. He's so sneaky. He's going in for the pick. He frags the NG, and he nearly dies from full damage. Look at Stinghand, what a monster here. The flank NG just asserting his dominance on the other engineer while not even pushing the payload, because usually engineers should be pushing the payload. So all these other classes are just dying and they didn't even win the game, so that was ultimately unnecessary. Feels bad. Well, those are pug moments. Engineers just resetting up in natural. Everyone's dying all over the place, no one's pushing the payload. What will happen next? Well, it looks like Houston is waiting in a comfortable position here to shoot anyone walking on the payload. What they should really do is have Pyro with backburn and just sitting here. I don't think you can shoot through the floor anymore, I think they patched that, but you could backburn people underneath the car and it's really disgusting. Blue team's getting a forward position here, putting a lot of people in next to their spawn, but not many people next to the car. Lico's finally going onto the payload here. If Lico doesn't get killed, this is a success for the blue team. That has so many failed pushes, but they eventually got it. I mean, it's not like they're an organized team or anything, these are just pug players. But still, that was so chaotic. There was so much chaos, like pushing into last, chasing frags and going for hero plays, that everyone just ignored the payload, or the people who were designated to push the payload were just getting taken out in the process. Let's see. What's Stinghand? He's running the Eureka effect! What a big boy. He's even got a duck hat. Oh my god. Eureka effect obviously is the best wrench, as we all know. He's setting up in a decent teleport position. He's getting the dispenser on the staircase to block a spy from just walking around here and like stabbing the sniper, so the sniper gets to stand here and get a little bit of extra heals, thus giving the medic more opportunity to fully tank the demo man and the heavy. All the other players don't need to worry about their setups, and they're just enjoying the festivities. I like this loadout, look at this. What is that? It's like clipping as well. Are those like multiple effects? That is really cool. It's like a Princess Luna hat. I love it. Pretty good setup by the engineer there. Couldn't see any problems with it. Now here's blue team going for the spy checks. Weetabix waiting, cloak and dagger in position. Boy getting headshot, Redwood going for the bomb, everyone just fucking dying. Coco Bear is waiting around. Is he going for a pick right now? Yep, he's going for the pick. He should have probably waited. They should have all waited for Coco Bear to get in position so they could go for a sap and then a bomb, but, you know, coordination in bugs is rarely a thing unless you've got, like, Clark shot calling the whole thing. Look at these traps! Look at these. Okay, let me just position my camera. It's hard going backwards. Okay, ignoring everything else, look at these beautiful sticky traps. Look at these. Can you even see them coming in? I guess if you came from this side, you could probably... Yeah, by the time you get to here... Oh, it's too late. These traps are beautiful. Okay, you can probably... If you come from this side, maybe... I'm just fascinated by these sticky traps. These are gorgeous. Okay. Let's watch the flank skirmishes. They use the Uber very early here. The traps don't get anybody. I was hoping they'd at least launch someone really far. Red team having to back out. They lose the dispenser, but they save the sentry. They're playing a forward hold here. And now blue team just needs to push up the cart. Extra Solar is actually caught. He's still in, and he's dead. Oh, feels bad. They might have to pull this gun back. They don't have enough space here to push this back, especially since they lost their Tomislav Heavy. They need to pull their gun back to Octopus and then play back, because this gun, like, you want to have your gun just behind your team so your team can hold space and the gun can protect them from being walked on. But you don't want to tank with your sentry, because sentries are really weak. That's only 216 HP. It's nothing. It's 2 rockets and a little bit of extra spam damage. Oh, Widowic's getting the pick there. Maybe that was the play. Maybe that was the ultimate strat. The gun being in such a delectable, such a obvious and tasty position, a free pick, that the demo man had to peek, place the stickies, and then his back was exposed. I'm going to give them credit for that. The spy engineer coordination. Houston going for a bomb into the line fire of the sentry, the line of sight, the line of fire, words, and he craters off the map. Houston going into space. Houston, we have a problem. So Red Team is now taking real estate once again on here, on the hill. Coca Bear is in position behind. I guess he was checking for a teleporter, but he isn't quite set up yet. He's in position to go for a sap, but I think he has bigger opportunities. Never mind, Nutricula paying a lot of attention and taking out Coca Bear. Good spy checking right there. That's a top 10 spy check of the week. Coca Bear's... Houston... Oh, people are just falling off the cliff everywhere. Houston is in position at the cliff here to go for a bomb. He could get a med drop here. He's actually just going to walk in and get the force. That's a lack of vision of the cliff by the red team there. Unfortunate. He just did the waddle in and get the pick. Looks like Houston might be able to get a pick on Extra Solar unless it gets gunned down. Oof. Unfortunate. Lots of picks there. Widowix gets loads of stabs. Coca Bear trying to go for pressure, but Liko is just going to completely nullify that. Real estate has been taken by the blue team. Red team has lost a lot of valuable players and a lot of buildings. So it looks like this point is pretty much taken unless red team can sack a lot of their resources. If they were to commit with that demo and soldier, they could possibly hold it. Especially since they have that teleport there, which means they could potentially take the heavy into high ground, which they have got right now, but Extra Solar not with anybody else, so he just gets focused down immediately. But if they were to do that, they could hold, but the trade-off of, you know, they've already lost their heavy, so they've lost a lot of zoning power here, so blue team can walk in quite easily. But losing the demo and the soldier would be a little bit too much, because this whole space here, you can spam people out so hard walking up here, which is why people generally use Uber very early here. Dandare actually flashing 3 people, so that Uber's not lasting very long. It does get them through the choke of death, giving them a lot of time to get this space on roller coaster. And red team is playing quite far back, so I think red team's waiting to gather their people. Never mind, medic goes down. Good snipe by Lucy, and this is a very decisive push for blue team here, unless the pick classes can counteract, get some picks on the payload, or the demo man can just get some good value. It's Extra Solar is just getting juggled around. Unfortunate. Rico's actually getting some good block time here. Blue team decides to just cut their losses and just back off. Oh, and the game's over. Because this is an STV relay, it cuts off at 2 minutes. So we can assume that, I guess... Actually, I don't know who to assume. Which team won? Let us see. Logs. I should have a screen for logs. Blue team won. Cool. Nice. Honestly, I wasn't paying attention about which team was winning or not, because I like paying more attention to the silly little intricacies and plays going on in the background.